Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals Zero Hour to make the best game ever. Good, last session we did investigate and did implement a quasi-solution for the camera constraints when the elevation changes. But there are issues. So if we scroll over here and we let go, then it snaps. If we scroll fast, then it's fine. So I think it's this code that... Right, because then it will do the zoom and then record camera. Yeah. It goes smooth because... It doesn't go smoothly because it doesn't increment the zoom adjustment slowly anymore, doesn't it? Or does it? Well, no, well, we scroll. Maybe the issue is that the camera constraints adjustment is not lerping at all, right? That just snaps. So if this code hits, it just snaps. It doesn't have this graceful zooming here. Yeah. Yeah. When the camera when we are outside the camera constraints, here, it just clamps it. Yeah. It just clamps. Yeah. So, build camera transform. Is this called each update? Rebuild it again? Why? Rebuild it again. Huh. We can certainly set lock. We can certainly remove this condition here. Terrain logic. Oof, but there is a condition here. Oof. I should put this here. I wonder, why do we need to do this here? Do we need that? Can we just calc the camera constraints and then do this afterwards? Like, why do we need a 3D camera up to date? Because this one is using a 3D camera position. Maybe that's why. But maybe it's not necessary. Camera constraints. I think it's a bit risky to move this here for now, unless we observe a bug. Let's put it back. Okay, so set camera transform. Is this called every frame or not? Init recalc camera. Recalc camera. Camera shaking. So here, I mean, we should either remove the assert or this check, but let's remove the assert then. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe. Maybe we say here this looks like we should use a clamp here. Clamp. Low, well, high. Low, high. Okay. So we have a clamp. But we need to not clamp it, but lerp it. So So I think we need to say if if position, if this is larger than the low position, we need to put this at the top. If this position is larger, else if position is smaller than the high, and then we do the same for the y. And then we need an FPS ratio. Move the FPS ratio up here. Then we use the camera adjust const real camera adjust speed. We use this. And then we do, so this is the desired position minus this is the current position. And then camera adjust speed. Camera adjust speeds. Adjustments. Just. So low minus this. So this will be, so if we are lower than low, so this will be a positive value. It just will be positive. So it will be like this. And then we will do, then we do pos x. Pos x will be plus equal adjust. Right. Then here we will have adjust and high x. And so this one will be a negative value, right? Yeah, it's a negative value. No, this one needs to be. I don't think even we need a condition. I think we just need, I don't think we need a condition here. Can we just move it outside of it? And just say adjust below X. Or just, yeah, just, maybe we just say adjust X. And then we have, and then we have an else. Else adjust X equals that. And if that is smaller equal, then we do that. I think that will work. Maybe. And then we do the same for adjust Y. Oops. Y. I think this could work. Yeah, then we don't need these conditions here. Okay, and then we also no longer clamp. Okay. I probably made a mistake, but we will see it when we debug. But then the problem is we need to call set camera transform on updates. So we need to check how about set camera transform? Conscious. I can't look at this bullshit here. Good. Bullshit rectified. So I wonder, we probably need a function to check. This one is in private. Let me create a function here. Bool is camera within constraints. Is camera within constraints. But let's say is within camera constraints. Const. Jesus. Then we add a new function here. And that would be return get position. Get position. That returns const coord 3D pos. And then we say pos.x is smaller than m camera constraint .x dot does it, what is this type? It's a region 2D. Does it have any height? Wait, height, region. Is in region, no Z. How about we add a new function here? Is in region. And then we give it a is in region. Real X. Real Y. Then return X, X, Y, Y. Is in region. Can add the same here to this one. You can also make it inline. Right. It's quite a bit long, but I think it's fine. And here we make it int. And then here we simply do position and then return camera constraints dot is in region pos x pos y. There we go. And then here we say, oh boy, here, if camera constraint valid and not is within camera constraints, and then only then we do all of this garbage here. And now we also need to say why don't we camera constraint valid calc camera constraints valid camera transfer. Why don't we set view plane? How about we take these guys and we put them here. And this one we remove later, or just now. And then we can remove this here. And then and then we take this here. We take this stuff and we put it into the update function. Where's the update? Updates. Updates. Here. How about instead of putting it there, we have a void update camera constraints. Void w3d view update camera constraints. Okay, and then in this function we put this stuff, and then we say if not this, then return if is within constraints, return, otherwise it will do all this stuff here. And then here it will do set position, pause. And then we take this function and then we here we have another clamping. What is this? Put camera transform. Oof. Let's take this guy. Camera constraints valid. So are there more of these? Oh shit. Okay, then let me delete this here again. So previously it did this clamping with coords 3D pos equals get position and let's comment this out here. Yeah, good. So basically it will build a camera transform here, then set the transform, and then but we have a problem there. We have a problem here. No, we don't. We just need to update the camera constraints before we set the camera transform. Update. Yeah. Yeah. So the setting the camera transform there will update the boundaries. Okay, let's test that. They're probably $1 million now. I wouldn't be surprised if we can now scroll outside of the map. Yeah. Okay, it has compiled. Okay, I'm a bit scared now. Let's see what happens. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, that doesn't look right. Okay, so we can... Okay, we're getting pushed back here. Okay, that doesn't seem right. Uh-huh. That doesn't seem right. That looks awful. That looks really awful. Okay. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here. So now we are now this one should be positive. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here and here. Adjust Y. I think it's so let's see why it fades on this side. Oh, it does work on this side, but it looks awful as well. Let's see at the bottom again. At the bottom it doesn't work properly. I wonder why that is. What is the mistake here? Oh, there we go. We can also put this here. Let's restart. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it does push us out, but it looks quite awful. Yeah, okay, so the pushing works correctly, but it looks really awful. Because it, I don't know, it takes so long. And it looks so stuttery. Why is that? Why does it look, why is that not smooth? I don't understand. This is not updated every frame. What is this? Update camera constraints. Updates. Recalc camera. Maybe we need to... maybe we need to return the bool here. Then here we return false. And here we return true. Maybe that's a problem, that it doesn't do it every frame recalc. Hold on, we still need to we need to do recalc camera like this. Camera constraint after scrolling. Oof, still looks bad. Why is this so weird? That's so weird. I don't understand why this is so stuttery. Is within camera constraints. This one should continuously. This one should be fine. This one is fine. Should be just fine. Record camera. Set camera transform. Camera constraints. Why is it stuttering this way? There must be some explanation for this. Stuttering. Why is it stuttering? I think the change is already quite a bit complicated, isn't it? Bit camera transform. I really don't understand why this is so stuttery. Why is it doing that? I understand that, yeah, I can like push out. Okay, sure. I can overwhelm the pushback, but why is it? It looks like it's only a bunch of frames that it starts pushing, but it should start pushing all the time, all the frames. It seems like it's not updating consistently. It seems like something. Camera constraint valid. Maybe this is false a while. Haha. Why is this false? Because we set it from somewhere here. Maybe we need to remove this condition. Yeah. M camera constraints. Are these already set in init? Init. Let me go to the init function. Set camera transform, which will set the constraints. Oh. I just realized we should probably, oof. This camera transform, this one is not initialized. Oof. Well, it probably is because of the allocator, but how about we move? How about we move this down to the end? It's a position plus. And then we remove this here. Okay. Okay, now that is fixed. That's great. Okay, it looks a bit shitty now that we can jump out that way. So I think what we need to do, so I think it looks good that we get pushed out now. So that's cool. But I think we need to still, we shouldn't be allowed to fight against this. Yeah. Okay, but otherwise it works nicely. Yeah, so we now have like a lerping pushing out of the bounds. Okay, but now we need to prevent this from us from like trying to like scroll past it. That we shouldn't be allowed to do that. So we need to do some clamping somewhere. Question is where? Let me think about this. So we need some conditions where we say you can't scroll. Yeah, you cannot actively scroll beyond the border. It can happen that your camera is in there, and if it is in there, then it gets pushed out gracefully. But you cannot actively scroll out of the border. How do we do that? Probably. Constraints valid false. By the way, we can also say here zoom adjust speed. I think we can take this, move this here. Maybe. condition is so hard to read here. Ugh. Maybe like this. Oh boy. Okay, how do we prevent? We can say okay to adjust height is scrolling. How about we say how about we say const bool is scrolling. Is that and that. Is scrolling. Good. So, and then we say if scrolling, then we clamp the camera. Else if we are scrolling, then we clamp. Take this code here. Get position, clamp, set position. constraint. How about we call this move camera out of constraints, or move camera into constraints. And then we have another, we do another function, bool clip camera in constraints. And then in there we add this thing here. There we 3D view. Gosh. Then we say yes within camera constraints. How about we simply say where's the update? Yeah. How about we say if not is within camera, if not is within constraint, then we do this. And then here we have if is scrolling, then move, and then recall camera. And then here we have move. We need to set it to true. And here, if it is scrolling, if we are scrolling, then clip camera in constraints. Recalc camera. True. Then we no longer need to return anything from these functions, so we make them void again. Void. We also don't need this. And this. Okay, so if we are not within our camera constraints and we are scrolling, then we clip the camera into the constraint. So if we try to scroll out, it would clip it. We can't scroll out. But if our camera happens to be outside, and then we have like an update in the camera constraints, then it will gracefully move it out because we are not scrolling. But then but then that gives us the issue. I think it still has an issue. Like if the camera constraint has been recalculated, updated, and then we would start scrolling, then it would still clip the camera into the constraints. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that will be a big problem. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, so we cannot scroll outside, but we do have a graceful repositioning. But it looks kind of weird though. There's some weirdness going on here. It tries its best, but it doesn't look that great. It clips weirdly. Where does this clipping come from? Okay, that's weird. When we let go, why is that? That I don't understand. Why? It seems like it's moving. So when I release scrolling, it acts weird, as if it scrolls beyond the clipping here for 1 frame or so, and then because we're not scrolling, it would then move the camera into the constraints afterwards, the way it's supposed to work. Okay, so let's say here we scroll carefully. It looks almost good. Almost. Yeah, there is something is not quite right, but we are almost there. It looks almost good. Yeah. There's some weirdness here. Oh boy. Probably just some stupid mistake. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like for 1 frame or so, it just clips over there. So maybe, maybe the scrolling. Maybe the scrolling. Yeah. Maybe there is still, for 1 frame, there is a push or camera move happening. So it is moving now. Yeah. Scrolling. Okay, let me put a breakpoint. Oof. Okay, that's unexpected. Huh. Why is this hitting? X. X. 175. 6389. 63. Oh yeah, it's a little bit. Huh. Aha. Aha. Okay, that's a problem indeed. Aha. So it calls this every frame because we are not above this threshold. Aha. Aha. This epsilon here. Let's do a const expr constraint thresholds. Const float. Is in region. Maybe we should give a, so we can do position. You can do a position.x plus equal or minus equal minus plus equal. Ah, no, that doesn't help. Constraints. Oof. Oof. There's more clamping here. Well, okay, let's ignore this. Okay, how do we... Camera constraints. Region to the camera constraints. Low dots x. Camera. Low y. High. Plus. Okay, it's not great, but let's roll with it for now. Okay, but that doesn't explain the issue, but it should prevent calling this move all the time, every frame. It should come to a rest, basically. Right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, it comes to a rest. That works. Okay, but we still have this issue. Oh. Oh man, that's trouble, isn't it? That is trouble. Okay, in the meantime, I think we can merge these two here. Deletes. And then now we have conflicts. Oh boy. Stash. Rebase. Ugh. String X. Next. Same shit here. Oh shit, what was that? What is this now? Well, there were really a lot of conflicts here. My gosh. Push. Okay, there was a review on this one. Player CPP, okay. Factor. Delete. player CPP. Which changes it? Oh, game network. We've got the eyes here. Fixed. 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 What is this? When this set period message to empty message. Yeah. If not empty. Maybe it is a bug, yeah. Not sure. It would be a bug in 0 hour. It would be a bug that would have to be let's say if it is a bug, then it would have to be fixed outside. Outside the merging. We're just copying the bugs to channels. Same. I think Slumlord is Slumlord has a pending change where he reworks all of this. Because it is booked. Slum. Good, then. Play.cpp. Goes on here. Play.cpp. Okay. Good. I won't merge this yet. But this one we can merge when this is done. Okay. Good. Let's get back to our reset camera. Stash pop. Yeah. Okay, I think I will end this session here. It has been 1 hour 40. Yeah. We made a bit of progress. Yeah, it's almost there. There just seems to be this one issue with pushing after. I mean, there could be more issues. Right, we have very limited testing, so there could be problems with the scripted camera now, so yeah. So, yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah, we need to continue investigation next session. What this is. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good. So this one can be merged now. This one needs reviewing. This one also needs reviewing. I would like to continue this implementation. Oh, there's just so much to do. Oh, let me just say here. Come on, down, this merge after this. Yeah. Okay. Interesting that the replay check is faster than this build here. Good, let's wait for this to finish. And then yeah, so if you can figure this out, why this happens, that would be great. Yeah. It could be a complicated problem. I have a suspicion, but I'm not sure. But it seems it's already not bad, except for this one issue. Otherwise, it seems to be pretty good. We're getting pushed out of the corners. Okay, then we merge this guy. Okay. Good. Then we have. Was this one worked on? Restore to original order. Okay. That's good. Let's see. If and def, yeah. Okay. Okay, this looks good, yeah. There's more. Okay. Good. I think that looks good. Then we can actually also remove superfluous, include guards. Good. Then we can also merge this now. Let me see. No, first we already submit this one. Okay. So it's currently building this guy. Then let me merge. Yeah, then we can merge this one unless there's a conflict. No. Okay, cool. Good, then we merged a few refactors today and yesterday, and a feature and a bug fix. Okay, that's okay. Okay. RTS generals. GI always. Maybe GI always needs linking to WW. Eclipse and CMake. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm done for now. We need to review this and we need to continue investigating this issue here. And then when that is done, we can then also continue reviewing this guy. My current thought on this is, so he did add this tweak here. Where is it? This one here. This tweak. I think that maybe this 0.5 is too much and needs to be less than that. Yeah. Maybe 0.98 or so. Yeah. Good. I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.